at Star Ghana Foundation. Raymond, good morning, and it's good to have you on the AM show.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Great. Tomorrow's conversation is one that I'm particularly looking forward to. When we talk about women in leadership or representation generally, we can say that the historic first female vice president we have in the passage of the affirmative action law is a good step, but it doesn't solve all the problems. You're looking at the gaps that exist and how we can go around all of this. But I want to hear from your side why Star Ghana Foundation is on board and powering this conversation. What is the intention there?
Thank you very much. So the Women Rising segment is part of the Star Ghana Foundation's Inclusive Elections and Accountable Governance project, which is being funded by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office of the UK. Largely, the purpose of that project is to promote citizens' participation, particularly women, youth, differently abled persons, to participate in the electoral processes, set the agenda for political party policies and programs, and beyond the elections also work with the government to monitor progress towards its commitment in the area of inclusion. You would recall that in the party manifesto, there were some commitments specifically on the 30% political leadership for women. There's also some commitment around the legal and regulatory framework to ensure that there's inclusion within the public space. As you rightly said, given all the gender policies, the programs, the interventions, looking back even from 30 years after the Beijing platform for action, there's still underrepresentation of women. And we think that at CSOs, at partners, we need to continue the conversation. And so this rising segment really is going to deepen the conversation on gender parity. And we'll discuss in particular the systemic barriers that is hindering us from being able to ensure gender parity. We would seek to explore the reality of women in the political landscape. Of course, there's also some data. We've tried to also analyze data in terms of current appointments. So we will look at the data. We will examine how far we have come. We do also have some women who would share life experiences, how they've navigated the political landscape. So this conversation is key because inclusion is key. Inclusion is not just for developmental, purposes, but also there are studies that even support the view that diverse teams produces better, we perform better as opposed to less diverse teams. And even if you look at the statistics as a population, we can't afford to leave women behind. So these and many more are really the underpinning reasons why we think that the conversation around gender should continue.
You spelled it all out rather succinctly. Thank you for those. And I just want to ask before we go, what difference do you hope we make with this conversation at the end of it tomorrow? What are those key points that would usher us into a new era after that conversation tomorrow?
I think for us at Star Ghana, Center for Active Citizenship, we are hoping to inspire, actionable steps, ultimately to foster an inclusive political environment. We think that we should have, policies and plans and best practices in place, not just within the political landscape, but also in social, economic, and other spheres of life, so that we can see women in leadership positions playing the very important roles that help to shape our development agenda and to create a sustainable, country for us. Of course, we are going to be seeing social cohesion, community development when women occupy the relevant roles in terms of our political dispensation. So we are hoping that there's going to be a change. Government is trying. From the recent appointment statistics, we've seen some improvements. There are still opportunities that we feel that we should continue to hammer this conversation so that we don't lose that opportunity by way of seeing that many women are brought into the political space, especially looking at the upcoming municipal and metropolitan chief executive appointment. We think that is also an opportunity. So hopefully this conversation will trigger a government responsiveness to reflect and to live up to its commitments.
Well, Raymond, thank you so much. I just want to remind our audience that our panel for tomorrow, we have Esther Tewia, Executive Director of GenSed, Sheila Menka Premo, she is a legal expert from Apex Law Consult, of course, Bashira Tukumal, who is a labor expert, and Hajia Lamnatu Adam, Executive Director of Songtaba, Ghana, and Eunice Agbenanyaji, Head of Programs at Star Ghana Foundation. Raymond, thank you so much for coming. We'll see you tomorrow, are we? Are we seeing you tomorrow?
Yes.
All right. Raymond Janso is Portfolio Manager, Rights to Social Services at Star Ghana Foundation. And we're just reminding you that tomorrow we'll be engaging in a critical discourse on underrepresentation of women in local governance right here in Ghana. You want to make a date with us. It starts at 10 a.m. on the dot. It's an hour and a half program, so you want to stay with us throughout all of it. Well, there's still so much more coming your way on the AM show, but I want to remind you that if you need a solar system, you can select one from our various solar packages, ranging from 30,000 Ghana cedis to 99,000 Ghana cedis. And all our solar systems come with lithium-ion batteries. Now, you want to get a solar water heater, a solar home system, a solar power station, or a solar generator, ranging from 1,000 watts to 20,000 watts. And we also sell reverse osmosis machines for water treatment with galamsey and what it's doing to water bodies. You need one. You can Google Solar Mates Ghana to find us on both Facebook and on Instagram, or simply call 050-832-0470. Solar Mates Ghana is located at Adringano, East Legon, right here in Ghana. Solar Mates, we go everywhere. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Talk about shattering glass ceilings, defining new territories, wielding influence, and changing leadership status quo. We bring you Women Rising. Join us in partnership with Star Ghana Foundation and with funding from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office presents an exciting discussion with trailblazers advocating women's equality. Join Executive Director of GenSed, Esther Tewia, legal experts from Apex Law Consult, Sheila Minka Premo, Executive Director of Songtaba Ghana, Hajia Lamnatu Adam, Eunice Agbenyaji, Head of Programs at Star Ghana Foundation, and labor expert Bashira Tukumal as they examine the role of women in leadership, political appointments, and how they align with the NDC's manifesto promises. We are live on Joy News, myjoyonline.com, and across all our social media platforms for an interactive session exactly at 10 a.m. Thursday, 20th March 2025. Women Rising, breaking barriers, shaping the future.